This video feature is brought to you by Truck Setter Companies. Log on to their website for scholarship opportunities and to find out what it takes to be a diesel technician. dieseltechs.com.
I'm Tommy Leininger. I'm a senior at Aurora High School.
I'm Austin Allen. I'm a senior at Aurora High School. My recruitment process actually started back probably freshman year with basketball. All these NAIA schools, UNK was reaching out, but I mean, as time went on, junior year football had a good year, and football school started talking, so that opportunity was going to come around, and I thought, I mean, I'll play sports in college, so I mean, football would be a good sport for me. And I guess on our way to Holdridge last year for our game that night, I got a Twitter message from Tavita Thompson, the tight ends coach. He said, "Can you shoot us a call today?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So on the bus ride there, I called him. I was so hyped. And then they offered me the scholarship, and it was just unreal. I mean, Tommy could probably justify, but yeah, I couldn't sit still. It was ridiculous, but yeah, I mean, it was just an unreal feeling of getting that offer. I mean, I personally didn't want to commit right away, make sure there's nothing. I mean, I got to get to know these coaches very well, because that's who I'm going to be with for the next 5 years. I mean, Nebraska was, I mean, I always thought it was probably going to be Nebraska, but I mean, I just took that time, and it really reassured me.
Well, same with him. I started freshman year with a couple of small schools in Nebraska. And ever since then, I just kept working and getting more looks. And VCU was actually the last school that contacted me. So I went up there on a visit after a few visits at like Hastings, and I went to Wesleyan up there. But I didn't really get that feeling. But I went up to VCU, and right when I got on campus, I got that gut feeling. So that was in the back of my mind the whole time. And then they showed me the gym, and just the culture they have at Briarcliff for basketball is just amazed me. I just wanted to be part of the culture. Yeah, it's a big weight off the shoulders. It definitely is. I mean, at first I was gonna wait until after the season to make sure, or like to see if I got any more looks, maybe. But after Briarcliff, I knew right away that was gonna be my next home. I mean, I've been watching his same practice for years now. I mean, I've been student manager, so I've been through all of his practices. I know what's going on, and I think this is like his 31st year of coaching. So. I think it would be really special. I want to do something big for him. I think he deserves it. Well, actually, I think our family probably gets annoyed because, you know, we're always talking about basketball like all the time. But there's times where we'll be like, okay, that's basketball, now it's family. So like he says, before we come in the door, just think it's family time. So we'll usually cut it off and we'll be with the family, and then we'll still talk about basketball all the time. Well, he played at Memorial, so he kind of knew what was going on a little bit. It was my first time playing in that kind of atmosphere, but it was just wild. I mean, I think the game got over at like, what time the game got over? It was late. Crazy late. So, I mean, we were all tired, but it was awesome. I mean, I had so much energy, and it was amazing. Yeah,
I think what happened to us last year, falling so short, I mean, that's given us a lot of fuel for this year. I mean, we really need to finish that off, and I think I mean, that is the ultimate goal for this season. So, I mean, it's just great atmosphere. We needed it.
I think we were back in the gym maybe 2 days after state. So, I mean, we were all back as a team working already. Oh, it's that is a big thing, having that team chemistry and having them all come back. I mean, Vinkenberg, he was our senior who left. Vinkenberg. We all love Vinkenberg.
Great leader.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But now that we got all these people coming back with all this experience, and all of them know how to play, so, I mean, just makes us that much better, I guess.
Just that much ahead of the game.
We actually talked about this with Coach Leininger the other day. He said he was talking right when Ozzie got hurt was our first team camp, and he said we still have all these big games to play in the summer. We play a whole bunch of Class A's, and we go to these big team camps. He said nothing's going to change. We're going to go to those team camps, and we're going to play with what we got. And I thought we did a real good job. Trent Wilson stepped up big this summer, and he's shown that he's grown a lot. Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's helped big time. I mean, taking away at 6'9" big means you have to work that much harder to get rebounds or fight for position or all that stuff. So I mean, it makes everyone just take another step up when a guy like that is out.
Sitting out is obviously, it's a pain. A lot of people have to deal with it, but I mean, I think it really set me back to realize like what's really important in life and whatnot. But I mean, sports is a big part of my life, and getting back for those 2 games was just especially important to me, because I mean, sitting out after losing in the state championship, still got a bitter taste in my mouth, but Yeah, it was definitely it still has a special place, getting to be able to play my senior year just a little bit.
It's terrifying for us though. Seeing you out there and getting hit like that is so scary. Every time he gets hit, it's like, oh, but he got back up every time. Every time, every time. Yeah, it felt really good. Our games went tougher and toughest, you know what I mean? So every game we had to step up that much more. And just being undefeated going into January, it gives us that boost of confidence. But
yeah, I mean, playing teams like that, it's definitely a test to what we've accomplished so far in practice and what we need to work on. They expose some stuff, especially versus York, defensively wise. But yeah, it really showed us how much work we put in, where it's put us to where we are now.
And how much more we still have to do. Yeah, I think it helped going the way it did, but honestly, I think the way we've been working, the way we've been practicing, I think our odds have been pretty good against anybody right now, no matter what order. So I think having the community that we do and the team that we have, I think having a community that supports us and you know that they'll have our backs no matter what. They'll be screaming at the refs if they're working us or whatever and all that. And those little kids, being a role model for those little kids in the stands, that'll help. So when we're watching in the stands someday when they're playing, it's just kind of that effect. I mean, it comes up a lot, definitely. But we talk about what we need to do to get there, what we have to do to get there. Because it's not like we're just going to go in there and they're just going to hand it to us. Whoever it is, I mean, we got to go there and we got to be ready to take it.
And I mean, Coach, I mean, he always says how we need to take care of us, and that's what we need to do. And I mean, when Coach isn't in the room, I mean, we have some great senior leaders that'll keep us in line how we need to take care of us. I mean, Henry does a good job stepping up and being a leader too as a junior. But yeah, I mean, we talk about state. We're not pushing that away, but
we know where we're at, or we know where we can be.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get there.